Hello, my friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am here on Facebook Live. If you're watching an archive, you might be watching on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. As we do every Monday, we are getting ready for your 3-card weekly reading. Before we do that, let me just share a couple of announcements. Of course, my monthly tarot class on Zoom will happen this Thursday, 7 p.m. Ticket price is $37.50. You can get your ticket on my Facebook business page. Just look at the events. Or you can get your ticket on my website, Christiana Gaudet. Again, just look for the events. Let me say hi to some folks who are here. Puck, it's nice to see you. Lori, glad to see you. Wendy, nice to see you. Elizabeth, I hope you're doing well. Megan, first time here. So nice to see you. Christine, haven't seen you here in a long time. Glad you're doing well. Karen Winkle, happy to see you. So we had quite a busy week when it comes to live videos this past week. I saw quite a few of you in our tarot meetup on YouTube Live and our classes on YouTube on Saturday and also earlier in the week. We also had Global Tarot Circle here on Facebook. If you missed any of those, you can catch them in archive again on my YouTube channel. Martha, it's nice to see you. Irene, Jerry Lynn, glad you're here. Thank you guys so much for being here. All right, so what do we do every Monday? Hey, TK, how are you? Teresa, nice to see you. Every Monday, it is the 3-card weekly reading. So how does that work? We take a look at the energies that are sort of around us and available for us for the week. If this resonates for you, you can take it as a personal reading. Of course, if you want a deeper and more personal message, you can always reach out to me for a private reading. And I will have cards to pull in. I will have time. I always have cards. I will have time to pull cards for a few people. I'm not going to get to a lot of people today because I'm a little short on time. But I will be able to pull a card for the week for a few of you. So if that's something you'd like, maybe get in line now, ask for the card. As I said, I'll get to as many of you as I can. Hey, Camille and Christine are the same person, blowing my mind there. Okay, good to know. So happy to see you there. Linda, nice to see you. Patricia, happy to see you. Lynette, good to see you. Okay, so I am using my trusty workhorse deck for the moment, which is the Smith-Waite Centennial. It's the small one that comes in the tin, available from US Games. Okay, so, for those of you who yourselves are tarotists, this is also a lesson in how to read 3 cards not in a particular order, how to relate 3 cards together. Because that's something that we do. I don't really pay attention to which card I pull, first, second, or third. We put them all together. So I'm not answering individual questions here. If you would like a card, it is simply a card for the week. What you need to know for the week. Yeah, those tins are great, right? US Games did us such a favor when they started coming out with those tins. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. What is our first card for the week? And let's make sure we get the dates of the week correctly. Let me just look at my calendar here. Today is Monday, the 18th of May. So these 3 cards will cover us from the 18th of May to the 24th of May. Okay, hey, Karen Alcorn, nice to see you. Joanne Matthews, so glad you're here. All right, first card. The 4 of Pentacles. And what could be more apt? On one hand, we have a lot of people very concerned about finances, people not having jobs, stock market tanking, all kinds of stuff. So the 4 of Pentacles makes sense for that. On the other hand, we also have people being very careful to not catch a virus. So being very protective of themselves. So this is a card that says, okay, be protective of your money, be protective of your health. This is also a card that can speak to having good boundaries in general. Now, there's another meaning for this card where we can look at this card and see a certain miserly energy. And I think that's coming up here too, where people are more concerned for their own well-being and what they want and need than they are concerned about the people around them. So this card also invites us to remember that we are a community of many people. We all have different needs. We all need to protect ourselves, but is there a way where we can protect ourselves, but also care for one another? And I think this card asks those questions. So that makes sense for where we are right now, doesn't it? Okay. Now, what will our second card be? Oh, the Three of Swords. You know, my expression for these days is no one is really okay right now. Whatever it is we're dealing with, whether we're angry about having to be in quarantine, whether we are sick, whether we are grieving, whether we are worried about money, or whether we are working extra hard because we're essential workers, whether we're on the front lines of this thing, it's difficult. Every single person is going through some kind of difficulty right now. And so if you put these two cards together, we really have to recognize the need for compassion, the need to be compassionate with ourselves and compassionate with others, the need to take care of ourselves and also, as much as possible, try to take care of others. You know, in many ways, the Three of Swords invites healing. And maybe we can take this week to look at the ways that we can bring healing into our own lives and bring healing to others. So what will our final card be? Well, they're all upright this week. The Five of Swords. So here we see a battle. And, you know, whether we look at this in a global sense, a national sense, or even in our own personal lives, I think, you know, life is harder right now than it usually is. We are all fighting battles. And I think this card reminds us to pick and choose our battles carefully. Maybe we don't have to comment on every ridiculous Facebook post we see. Maybe we can be gentle with people who are feeling differently than we are. Maybe we can be compassionate with people around us. And maybe we do need, in certain ways, to not only defend ourselves, but to fight for our own healing and to fight for the things that really matter to us. So when we look at the week ahead, there's a lot of warnings here. Warnings to be careful of our health, warnings to be careful of our money, warnings to be careful of our boundaries, and warnings to rise to battle only when it is warranted. So, does that mean it's going to be a lousy week for everyone? Of course not. But it means that we all must tread more carefully than usual in these difficult times. We must be gentle with ourselves, and we must be gentle with others, even those who are not being gentle with us. At the same time, these cards also say we must defend ourselves from injury. So that's a lot to think about. It's good warnings for the week, but hopefully we can take these warnings and with them have a good week. And there are a lot of great comments here. Hey, Mercedes, nice to see you. There are a lot of good comments. I'm not going to read all of them in the interest of time because I want to do card readings for you. But if you have a chance, please scroll through and read the comments because there's a lot of wisdom going on there. So let me get to the top here and we will see how many I can get to. I'll take you in order. I will do my absolute best to get to as many people as I can in the time that we have. And we're starting with my good friend in Pennsylvania, Linda Armstrong. I hope you're doing well. Linda and I have known each other for, more than 15 years now. It's been a long time. Hey, Pamela, nice to see you. Okay, Linda Armstrong, for your week, King of Swords. Do the right thing, have attention to detail, take a leadership role when you need to, and stand firmly in your own truth. My good friend Martha Vink, who I've known even longer, I've known Martha Vink since I was 14 and she was 15. And, you might not be able to tell, but hey, that was a long time ago. Okay. Martha. The Knight of Swords. A lot of swords energy today. And the swords can be very difficult, but they also tell us to know the truth, discover the facts, do the right thing, and put the intellect and logic over emotion. And for you, Martha, I always see the Knight of Swords as a writer. I always see the Knight of Swords as someone who has to move swiftly. And you do have a lot going on as far as school and your job that will require your swift, smart action and very often writing and speaking. So I think that's what you'll be doing this week. Hey, Teresa. Teresa, Three of Pentacles reversed. Are you working right now? You may have less work this week or may not be working at all. You may actually be looking for some kind of change to your work or a different way of doing your work. So there is a focus on work this week, but not necessarily about working, but about figuring out how to work. Okay, Wendy, nice to see you. Wendy, Two of Pentacles reversed. You're going to be working a lot this week. You may be working a lot, and there may be some particular demands on your money. You may be spending more money than usual. So be careful with time, money, energy, all of the resources. Try to balance them out because there's going to be a lot in your life right now looking for those resources. Okay, Elizabeth. Hey, this is a card for Elizabeth's husband. She very often asks for cards for her husband. And he is an essential worker. He works at Publix. And so, it is a weird thing. I always enjoy a trip to the grocery store. These days, I have not been in a grocery store in a long time. My husband is the brave hunter who goes for food. And it's hard to think about the fact that grocery shopping may be one of the most dangerous things we do in life right now. And so for the people who work in the grocery shop, we appreciate them so much, so much. So, Elizabeth, for your husband, oh, look at this. This is good. This is the Seven of Wands reversed. It suggests that the people around him might be very helpful to him this week, that there might be some very good teamwork, and that will be very, very helpful to him. Hey, TK, nice to see you. Okay. TK, Knight of Cups reversed. So you may be feeling a little socially isolated, aren't we all? This encourages you this week to really think about what your priorities are in terms of the people that you care about. Reach out to speak with the people that you need to reach out and speak with. You do not have to talk to every single person you care about this week. That might be a little much. At the same time, if you are feeling isolated, do what you have to do to feel better. Okay, Megan, thank you so much for being here. Let's see how your week is going to be. Oh, very nice. The 10 of Cups. You may be spending time with your family. A lot of people are, but you may actually like the people you're spending time with. If you don't, if there's issues there, you can expect some improvement. This is a card that bodes very well for love, for family communication, and for happiness in the home. So it could be saying that that's already there. It could also be saying that if it's not there, there will be improvement going forward. Okay, Karen Winkle, nice to see you. Karen Winkle, the Nine of Wands, it's the card of the Wounded Warrior. So it feels like you've already been through a tough time. You are already going through the week like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I have the energy for a new week. Rest when you have to. Tend your wounds when you have to. Take care of yourself. Self-care has got to be important this week. but also recognize you are strong and capable. Be patient for the things you need to be patient for. You will be okay. Okay, Lynette, so nice to see you here. 3 of Cups reversed. You may really be missing your friends or your social life, and you may have some things you have to get through where you either are not feeling supported by the people around you or the people who would normally be around you, or the people are not able to be supportive of you in some ways. So be careful not to take things too heavy. It's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. And remember that you are loved and you do have good people around you. Christine, 9 of Swords reversed. I feel like you are healing. You've had some real difficulty over time. This week is a time of healing. It is a time of putting things together and of finding some peace, having to do with long-term and short-term hurts and frustrations. So this is a good week for healing for you. Okay. Okay, Kristen Barnes. Here is a card for you. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. Be extra careful this week, my friend. Like, you have those times where everything just works out fine, and other times where, like, if something can go wrong, it will. This may be a tough week. Not because anything terrible happens, don't be afraid. But it's the kind of week, like, if you can either make the bus or miss the bus, you're going to miss the bus. So double check everything. Take extra care with everything. Keep a sense of humor. And don't be hard on yourself this week. Okay, Patricia. Patricia, the Empress. This could have to do with those you love and those you care for. It could have to do with your own mother or your ancestors and loved ones in spirit. But this is a great week for being creative, for nurturing your creativity, for having love and care for those around you, and for feeling the love and care of those in spirit. Joanne Matthew. The Page of Wands. Keep your sense of humor. Nurture your creativity. Take care of what you have to take care of with a youthful spirit. Learn the spiritual lessons that you need to learn this week. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I am just rolling through to come to the next group of requests. Okay, Pamela. King of Cups. Pamela, this week you need to be a leader in love. You need to treat others in a loving way. You need to be an exemplar of that energy as you turn it toward yourself and toward others. Catherine Saunders, so nice to see you. Catherine, the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups. So you may have some decisions you need to make this week. And I sort of want to say with this card, if you don't have to decide this week, then maybe wait, maybe sit on it. Maybe there's a better option coming. Check your attitude. We all have a lot of bad moods right now because things are tough, and we're allowed to have bad moods. I am not a fan of toxic positivity by any stretch of the imagination. However, if you find that you are wallowing in attitude, do what you can to pull yourself out of that. Okay. Rocio Marie, 7 of Swords. Is there someone or something you're not trusting? Are you dealing with health issues or worried about health issues? Are you not trusting yourself? This is a card where you really have to look within and say, am I being honest with myself? Am I being honest with others? Am I trusting myself? Are the people around me trustworthy? And if there are health concerns, pay attention to them. Do not put them off. Okay. April, nice to see you. April, you're the second one today to get the 10 of Cups. So even though our 3-card weekly reading was a little rough, the 10 of Cups has been a prevalent card today, so that balances things out. April, you may have time to spend time with the people you love. You may have better family relationships. You may have a nice conversation with someone. This is really about love and being loved. So that is a great thing. Hey, Jean Mnuchin, nice to see you. Okay. Hey, Nilsa, nice to see you. Nilsa, you are the second one today to get the 9 of Wands, the card of the Wounded Warrior. And of course, Nilsa's a nurse. She is right there on the front line. So this card, kind of makes sense in that way. I would also say, Nilsa, that you need to make sure you are taking good care of yourself. You cannot be there to defend others and take care of others if you are not first defending yourself. Hold your boundaries. Don't take on what is not yours. Be strong in yourself and be strong in your own defense. Okay. Okay, thank you for all the thank yous. I do read them. I don't read them aloud in the interest of time. But when you thank me, when you tell me it's spot on, when you tell me how it works for you, I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for doing that. Okay. Hey, Missy Lowe, your week. The sun. Get outside and have some fun this week. You will have an opportunity to do so. Lighten up, have some fun. And if you're working on anything creative, really try to let your talent and your light shine. Okay, my friend Jean Mnuchin. Yes, Nilsa, it is easier said than done, but you can see how important it is, right? Okay, Jean Mnuchin. The King of Pentacles reversed. So if things are not going as well as you would like this week, if you're not able to get in touch with people that you want to get in touch with, if things are not falling together as well as you would like, don't worry about it. Read a good book, drink a cup of tea, take a nap. All will be fine in the long run. Okay, folks, I want to thank you so much. If you've been watching an archive, if any of those messages resonate for you, you can take them as messages for yourself. If you would like to work with me privately, I am available by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom. Just reach out. You can private message me here. You can find me on my website, ChristianaGaudet.com. Hey, Mercedes, yeah, you just got in under the wire. So nice to see you. I've been thinking about you. Mercedes, 7 of Pentacles reversed. So I wonder if maybe you're not working or you're working differently or work is being difficult. This could be a tough week that way. Do what you can to fix those situations. And if you have an opportunity to take a rest and take a break, by all means, enjoy it without guilt. Hey, Maureen, haven't seen you here in a long time. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. So, just to remind you, we are doing a tarot class this Thursday on Zoom, Practical Tarot Techniques. You can find the registration on my Facebook business page, where this is being recorded right now. Look in the events, or on my website, ChristianaGaudet.com. Again, look at the events. If you do not receive my weekly newsletter every Wednesday, you can sign up for it on my website, ChristianaGaudet.com. And I'm just going to pull a quick card for Maureen because she's my friend. And I know she's been there with her kitties. She does foster cats. Oh, Maureen, you got the 5 of Swords for the week, which is one of our 3 cards for the week. And so pick and choose your battles. Try not to let things get you angry. Remember that there are 2 sides to every story. But if you need to speak up in defense of yourself or your animals, by all means do. Folks, I want to thank you so much. I will look forward to seeing you soon. I will be back here live on Thursday with our newsletter recap, Feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thanks so much.